And so with the conference done on Thursday, let me back up a bit. No, let me rewind. So on Wednesday, was it on Wednesday or Tuesday? On Wednesday is the day that I met the True Maya couple. So I met Wode Maya, who's a Ghanaian YouTuber, and Trudy, who is a Kenyan YouTuber. The two are married, so they're called the True Maya gang, the people who follow them. So when I was leaving Kenya, this is gonna be an interesting story. I wanted to meet Wode Maya. This is the reason why I keep telling you guys, speak things that you want to happen. Speak things that you want to happen. Wode Maya is a big YouTuber, you guys. Wode Maya is one of those people that I have watched for so long and admired his love for the African continent, and recently just come to appreciate even his way of storytelling. And this guy has over 1 million subscribers. So he's a celebrity in my YouTube space. He's a celebrity. And so going to Ghana, one of the things in my mind where I was like, if I'm able to do A, B, C, D, I'll have accomplished the things that I have done in Ghana. And one of the things that I really wanted to do was to just be able to meet Wode Maya. And I knew it was not going to be easy. I knew it probably wouldn't happen, but I kept my hope up. I kept my hope up. I talked to Rosina, who's a good friend of mine. I tell her, by the way, I'm on the way to Ghana and I would like to meet Wode Maya. So that's the first person that I tell that I want to meet Wode Maya. She was to speak to Trudy. It's a long chain. So Rosina was to speak to Trudy. Trudy was to tell Wode Maya that Mumo wants to meet him. But it does not stop there. So on Saturday night, while I'm still at the airport, I DM Wode Maya, who I know will probably not see this message that I'm sending to him at this moment. But I sent to him a message and I tell him to the effect, "Hi, Wode Maya. My name is Mumo. I'm a Kenyan content creator. And I'm coming to Ghana. I'd really love to meet you." Send. I know, Wode Maya, you receive a lot of messages, but yeah, I sent that message. So once I sent that message to him, I'm like, I've tried. But again, it does not stop there. So apparently, one of the people that I had gone to this conference with, her name is Yvonne, and we had quite a number of Kenyans that were there for this particular conference. Yvonne, coincidentally, was staying at an Airbnb that is owned by Trudy and Wode Maya. How she got it, I got to learn later. But now, when we meet on Monday, and I'm just telling her, you know what, I would, now that we're in Ghana, I'd really love to meet Wode Maya. She tells me, by the way, the place where I'm staying is owned by Wode Maya and Trudy. So I tell Yvonne, Yvonne, I would really love to meet Wode Maya. So 3 different ways of trying to get a hold of Wode Maya, because I did not want to leave anything to chance. Because I hope you guys can see, for me, this is a big deal for me, because how to be able to just sit down with someone who you've looked up to for a very, very long time, honestly. From watching all his videos, him going to different places, to the relationship that he now started with Trudy, from watching Trudy herself. Coincidentally, the very first time I met with Trudy was not even here. It was there, which is another story on its own. So we meet on Wednesday evening. This was on the 3rd day of the conference. And we weren't really expected to meet because Yvonne was meeting with Trudy. Trudy had come to the hotel where the conference was being held, and the two of them were meeting. And she told me, by the way, I've gone to see Trudy. And I'm like, can I tag along? So I'm just there still listening to what is going on in the conference. On my phone, I'm like, has it happened? So then Yvonne tells me, by the way, Wodemaya is also here. My people. But I don't go yet when I am not yet invited. Because even though in this video you notice how much of a fanboy I am and a fan of Wodemaya, I didn't want to be those ones who do not respect the boundary that is there, that has been set. Because again, being a content creator, I also understand that as a content creator, yes, you may be popular, yes, you may be big, but there are times when you want your space. I had to respect that. And in my mind, at that particular time, of course, I'm just like, oh my goodness, Wodemaya is like 2 minutes away from where we are, because I'm in the conference hall. They are at the bar, just seated, talking with their friends, and I would love to meet them. But I wait. I'm patient. So the first text I get from Yvonne is like, Trudy is not dressed the way she would have wanted to be dressed. In my mind, I'm like, I'm not a celebrity myself. Maybe Trudy, you'll tell us in the comments. I'm just laughing. So anyway, I'm telling her, but I don't care. I just want to meet them. Just a few minutes later, she says, yeah, it's okay, you can come. You can come. Where? You can come. Mimi huyo. Let me say like mkurugenzi. Hiki tu wewe. Honestly, that's how it felt. It felt like I was running towards where they were. So I met them. So Yvonne was seated, then Trudy. And the first thing I told Trudy was, by the way, I watched you from the days when she used to vlog in Kasarani, because that was a long time ago. I think that was 2018. That time, I don't think Trudy had even gotten to 10,000 followers by then. But that's when I first started watching Miss Trudy. That's when. So said hi to her. And then there's a gentleman by the name David from Nigeria, awesome journalist, investigative journalist. And then there was an activist, I'm forgetting her name, but I'll put her name right here because we took a photo now, all of us. And then finally, Mumo met Wodemaya. Can we put that as the title of this video? Mumo meets Wodemaya. That should trend. That should trend. I make myself so happy. So I met Wodemaya and I sat down. In my mind, what I'm actually thinking. So I went, did my introduction, and then he told me he saw my message. And then he started watching my videos. Before he said it's okay for me to come and see him. In my heart, I'm like, yeah, woo, Wodemaya was watching my video, woo, woo. And then I'm like, so while I'm talking to him, I'm like, in my heart, I'm like, woo, Wodemaya watch my videos. But I'm like, yeah, okay. So then I asked him this question, and I don't know if I should give you the answer that he gave me, but I asked him this question. How can I be able to grow my audience beyond Kenya? That was the question I asked him. And he gave me a very simple but profound answer. And honestly, from that point and through the rest of the week while I was in Ghana, all I was thinking about was, how do I make this happen? How do I make this happen? How do I make this happen? And then what I actually settled on at this particular moment, thank you.
I am trying to help Africans see how beautiful their continent is. It's time Africans told their own stories.
Wademaya, you have no idea what kind of an impact that 30 minutes had in my content creation journey. And I'm really looking forward to make that advice and put it to work this year. And that is a simple story of how I met Wademaya in Ghana. That is simply the highlight of going to Ghana for the African Bitcoin conference, because I met Wademaya. You guys, I met Wademaya. Shook his hand like this. I'm like, Colgate smile. Have you seen this photo? Colgate smile. I was so excited to get to meet him. Sky is the limit. Sky is the limit. I met Wademaya. Can I make a song out of it? I met. Maybe you should have those African dancers with the Sisal skit like this. See you guys in the next one.